Hey, Uncle Bob here at Fly Fishing Mythbusters. I thought I'd give a little biographical detail to my relationship with fishing. And so I was born wanting to fish. The first fishing rod I got, and my dad didn't fish at all. He never even took me fishing once. It's kind of weird, isn't it? Anyway, my first fishing rod I got I was 6 years old. And later, we moved from Chesterfield, Indiana to Muncie, Indiana. My dad was a newspaper man, and I lived a block from the White River. And I had a paper route, and I'd do my paper route fast because I wanted to get down to the river and fish. And the only people that really fished that river were the old black guys. And I could watch them catch, 10-pound carp all the time. And I really wanted to figure that out. So I'd go down there and watch them, and I was very respectful. And they told me, hey, go up to the gas stations and get the old spark plugs and bring them back here. And I'd do that, and they'd just tap the gap down, and that was their sinkers. And, right upstream was Delco Remy and Guide Lamp. So using an automotive part as a sinker was probably pretty much in line. That was a very polluted river. But the carp were big. And, I kind of gained their trust, and they taught me how to make dough ball. And it was a simple recipe: a can of creamed corn, right? A cup of cornmeal and some boiling water. You did it in a saucepan. So I'd make that stuff up fast as I could after I got my paper route done. Take them a couple of papers. I don't know. They probably just wrapped the fish in them. But it was an exciting time. I learned from those guys. That dough ball recipe is the only dough ball recipe I'll ever use. But, I wanted to catch trout. And finally, later, I was about 15 years old when we moved to California. And so, for the next 30 years, I fished for trout in the Sierra. Now, one of the most important days in my life was at this guy's fly shop. That's Creative Sports. It was in Pleasant Hill, California. And the guy who owned the shop and taught fly tying was the great Andre Puyans. I call him Andy. Everybody else did. And he was a complete perfectionist. His flies are famous, beautiful, elegant flies. And, I'm a creative type. What you see in those plaques up there, right, are patents that I got when I worked for Clorox. I didn't make any money from them. There's a silver dollar stuck to each one of them. That's how it works in the corporate world. But if I know that somebody's already worked something out, I want to work on something else. It's just the way I am. And Andy's flies were perfection. I learned how to tie them. I just tie them the way I tie them, fish them after I tie them, but they're not the things of beauty that Andy's were. So I had to work on other things just because that's my nature. And so I developed indicators. I developed leaders. I've done all sorts of tricks. And if you join this channel and watch these things, you'll figure out that I've got the best indicator and it costs a penny. I got the best sliding indicator, right? And you make it from all the stuff you already got. So it doesn't really cost you anything at all. And so really, if you study my stuff, it will eliminate hundreds and hundreds of videos that you've seen that don't do it as well as I do. I'm back to fishing carp now because in Texas, there aren't a lot of trout here. And I'm just having a blast. You'll see those videos too. I call it flarping. I use an 8-weight reel. And the only thing that I do that is not fly fishing is the hook. The hook is a hair rig. Hair rigs were invented, I'm going to say 50, 60 years ago in England. They're revolutionary because of the way carp feed. They suck things up. They don't like it. They spit it out. And you'll see that in the video. So, I hope you enjoy this channel. I hope you ask a lot of questions. I don't care about subscribers or ring the bell and all that stuff. I'm not trying to get monetized. I wouldn't even know how. I see that people do it. I see videos about people doing it. And a lot of time they're nice looking women. And that's one thing I ain't. So, welcome to Fly Fishing Mythbusters. Stick around, ask questions. I'm starting to get some really good questions when I show something because I'm showing something that nobody's ever seen before. And the thing I really want to show you, the thing that just completely changes everything, will change your fishing life, is my knot. And for now, let's call it the triple nurse's knot because, nurses don't get any credit. See you soon. See you on the water. I'm having a blast. I don't care if you subscribe. Nothing like that. I just want you to learn what I've learned. And I think you're going to be very quickly a really good fly guy and a really good carp guy. And you're going to use the same equipment. Bye.